Hello, welcome back, guys. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Armina.
Welcome back to AV Squared, the experience.
We're not relationship experts, but we're just here talking to you guys about what we've learned so far, what we're continuing to learn, and what life looks like while you're dating in your 40s. And especially for us as a new couple and as a newly engaged couple. So, hope you guys enjoy our channel. And don't forget
to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to us, guys. Subscribe. And don't forget to put a comment.
Please put a comment because he's going to be looking for it. But no, for real, let us know what you guys think about the content. Let us know what you think about the topics that we talk about because we'd really like to know. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about vacation. You know, we just took a vacation and we came back with a fairly good couple. And I wanted to know, what do you think about couples traveling with other couples, or couples, you know, hanging out with their single friends, or
Well, first I'll talk about traveling with other couples. I think this previous trip was really awesome. We got an opportunity to hang out with other couples who are like-minded, but then also, you know, they have a little bit more skin in the game than us. So just kind of seeing how, you know, they navigate traveling, and you know, who does the packing, who unloads the car. So that was pretty cool to see. You know, with other couples. What did you think about being with other couples?
I enjoyed the fellowship, hanging out with the guys. You know, later when y'all went to sleep, you know, we were able to sit around the round table and just kick back, have a few drinks, and talk about politics and everything else that's going on. You know, they call it politicking.
That's why we went to bed.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool. I liked having, you know, the time with the ladies, like you said, being able to sit and talk to the ladies about, you know, lady stuff, about, you know, what it's like being in a relationship. You know, not necessarily like, well, how do y'all do things? But, you know, just getting some insight, like, you know, in a sense though, how do y'all do things? And because what works for one couple may not work for another one, but it's cool to hear insight as to, you know, what works for them. Like, do the ladies cook? Because, you know, we're in this Airbnb. Do the ladies cook, or are the guys grilling? That was pretty cool to see too.
Yeah, oh yeah. So let me ask you this. Do you think that women should still hang out with their single friends and go on girls' trips?
So, contrary to what a lot of people will believe, sometimes I do think that, you know, going on girls' trips or going on guys' trips, I think that it is a thing that can be done while you're in a relationship, as long as there are boundaries set, the respect is there. But I will say, for me personally, I've done enough girls' trips, so I don't care to go on one right now. But I do think if you set boundaries and you guys talk about what's acceptable, what's not, and what was your other question? If you should go, what was your other question?
Still hanging out with your single friends, you know, doing single stuff.
At this age, 40 plus, I think we all know how to act. You know what I'm saying? You all know how to act. So if you know how to act and you respect your relationship, you're going to act accordingly, is what I guess I should say. So I don't see anything wrong with it. You know, if you have friends and your friends are not encouraging, hey, you should do this, or you should try to holler at him, or you should try to holler at her. If that's not the situation, and it's a respectful, when you're out with your single friends, if it's all respectful and done in good taste, you know. I mean, I think anything, if I go out if I go out with single friends and I'm hanging out, the same things that I would do in front of him is what I'm gonna do when he's not there. So that's the way I operate. Now, you know, if people are doing something different from that, that's on them. You know, what do you think?
I agree with you. You know, people at our age, we should know how to act accordingly. There's nothing wrong with going out, hanging out with your guy friends, and coming on back home. But you know.
Okay, so I was wondering. I'm glad you said that, because I was wondering. So like, you go out, hang out with your guy friends. What's like the acceptable time that like? I'm going out with my guy friends, baby. I'll see you later. You know, is it like 2 o'clock? Is it 4 o'clock? Is it dawn? What time is an acceptable time? What makes sense?
I think in a situation like that, that's something that you guys would discuss. Me personally, I'm not gonna stay out that late. Anything I need to do after a certain time, I need to be at the house. So I'm coming home. You know what I mean? So,
I threw that one on him, y'all. I threw it on him.
Yes, you did. That's all right. That's all right. You know better than that. You know I'm coming home.
You know what I always think, because we don't really go out and do a lot individually, just speaking for us. But I always think, like, what's the time that, if we go out together, what's the time that, this is kind of how I gauge it, what's the time that we come in when we go out together? And so if we go out together and we come in 1:45, 2 o'clock, then in my mind, then I shouldn't be out any later than 1:45, 2 o'clock. Plus, I'm probably tired, y'all. Let's be real. I'm probably tired anyway. I'm probably like, I don't have a dance partner. Time to go home.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time we hung out till 2 o'clock in the morning?
We recently, so when we went on our trip, we went to the casino, and then it was like 1:30, and we were kind of looking at each other like, okay, it's a little late this time to call it a night.
Yes. So guys, so let us know what you think,
Don't forget, y'all, to like, comment, and share, because we really wanted to, want to get you guys thoughts on whether or not, like if you're going out with your single friends. So we're in a relationship. If I'm going out with my single friends, how does that look to my partner? Is my partner okay with that? Or if he's going out with his single friends, again, I'll say that, hey, if your single friends are trying to encourage you to do single things, then maybe you have to look at that relationship and how it respects your relationship,
Well, that was another thing that I enjoyed about hanging out with other couples. Everybody was with their partner.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was focused on their partner.
Yes.
I mean, and like I said, it was great fellowship, and I would love to do it again.
I would too. I found that to be fun. I always think that, whenever you're wanting to grow, that's in business, that's in relationship, all those things. I feel like if you seat yourself at the table with people who, are like-minded, people who have been in this situation, have grown in this situation, I think it really helps to where you are. Because that was one of the things I said while we were there, was like, this is really cool to be, to hang out with couples who love being together, instead of hanging out with somebody that says, man, I don't want to be with my husband. I don't want to look at him today. I want to hang out with somebody that enjoys looking at their husband, because I enjoy looking at my fiance. Just saying.
I enjoy looking at you better.
Good.
So guys, just tell us what you think, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good night.